This is lesson 2 for Siamese style Mahjong using Wright-Patterson rules. If you missed the first lesson where I went over the rules, look for a link below this video and check that out before you watch the setup because you might be a little lost. I'm going to show you how to set up for a game, and I'm going to show you what you need, and then we're going to actually play a mock hand. Now I'm the only player here, so you're gonna have to bear with me as I pick and discard for both players. But this is a good way, I think, for it to make some sense without going too fast in a real game with 2 players. So let's get started. So again, the goal is for one player to make 2 winning hands. So I have here, I'm going to come over here so I can see you. I have here regular dice that we're going to use to break the wall and identify prevailing, because we'll need to know that for some of the hands that we might play. Then I have 4 colored dice. We're going to use these to identify the racks for the players. East is going to be east and south. So I have a 1 on their rack and a 2 on their second rack. And incidentally, these racks are specially designed for Siamese Mah Jongg. You can see that there's 2 slants for 2 sets of tiles, and then there's 2 flat edges for exposures. I'll have a link below the video in case you're interested in Siamese Mah Jongg racks. If you don't want to purchase Siamese Mah Jongg racks, you can just use regular racks. Just put them one in front of the other like this. So your tiles would go here and here, and your exposures would go on top. That's totally fine. But I would recommend that you use regular racks for the non-player walls. Okay, so I have a 1 and a 2 for east and south rack, and then I'm going to put up a 3 and a 4 for west and north. So here's west and there's north. That's just a little reminder so that the players are sure to put the exposures on the correct rack. So this player here is going to be the dealer. So we're going to go ahead and roll the dice, and they rolled a 6. So that would be from the dealer 2, 4, 6. So south right now is prevailing. So I'm going to roll the dice. They rolled another 6. So they kept prevailing. We're going to count right to left 12. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Make a split in the wall. Count back 7. Curtsy and stagger. So there's our flower wall or Kong wall, so we can get replacements for any Kongs that we may get. And this will start the deal. So now east is going to put a 2 on the dice to indicate the prevailing wind. South is prevailing. And we're going to start the deal. East is going to end up with 28 tiles. West is going to end up with 27. And we're going to do it in batches of 4, just like a normal deal. And I like to put the tiles on the top rack first and then the second rack and alternate so that we don't have to count. So east and west have their tiles. Now south has 1 of theirs. We'll just curtsy. And north now has a set. So each player or each rack has 4 tiles. And we're going to do this until each rack has 12. I just like to go up and down, back and forth. So now east has 12, west has 12, south has 12, and now north has 12. So each player has 24. I'll curtsy my wall, And now East is going to take 4 because they need 28. And then West is going to take 3 because you need 27 tiles in your hand at all times. I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at West's tiles. I'm going to put Winds and Dragons in one of my suits on top, and then I'm going to put the other 2 suits on bottom, and that usually works out to fit well. I have a 3 flower, which is good because that's West's wind. So I'm going to be sure to put it on the rack where I have my 3 on the dice so that I get score for that if I end up having to count score at the end. And I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do over here. You won't be able to see the hand that I pick, but I'm going to inform you of the decision making along the way so you can see the nuances with playing this style. So for this player, they have a pung of 9 cracks, a pair of 1 dots, a pair of 9 dots, a pair of 8 bams, and then they have a pair of souths and a pair of greens. Oh, they have a pair of 2 cracks too. I think Susie Q is going to be one hand, and we'll just pull all the dots that we have, 4 dot, 6 dot, 7 dot. So we're ready to pung on most of these. We just need to pair up a dot to make that work. And then for the second option, I'm thinking we'll do maybe terminus because I have 2 pairs of 9 terminals and a pung of terminals, and I have a north and an east. So I may be able to do, I wonder if terminus is even on there. I'll have to look at the book. But this plan leaves me with 5 discards. That is actually really good. So let me look and see what the hands of honors are real quick. So terminus, yep, 3 pungs of terminals with news and 1 wind paired. We only have 2 winds though, so I don't know if that's going to work. Termination might work. 4 pungs of terminals and a pair of winds or dragons. Termination is number 67 on page 25. So I think that's going to be the hand there. Susie Q is a number hand. That's on page 22. That's number 41. So that is 3 numbers punged in each suit with a pung of south winds and a pair of green dragons. They have a pair of souths and a pair of greens already. And they have 2 cracks, 8 bams, and 3 dots, all in different numbers. So they're set. They're set really pretty well for both of those situations. Let's see how this player fared. And I'll turn my rack so you can see once I get them on here. I'll try to put it close. Okay. So I have a 1 and a 2 on my rack to show for east is the top rack, south is the bottom rack. South is prevailing. So I'm going to expose my flowers. I have a 2 and a 3. South is the bottom rack, so I'm going to put that down here on the bottom just in case I have to count score. I also have 3 autumn with my 2 summer, so maybe I can get a bouquet. I'm going to put that down on the bottom as well. So you can pick and choose where to put your flowers to get as much score as you can. So I'm going to go ahead and replace my flowers right now. And then I'm going to have this player over here replace their flower. Ooh, they got a green, but it's not going to really help because they only need a pair of green. So they're good. All right, now let's see what this player can do. So I'll go ahead and put winds and dragons on top. I'll put bams and dots on bottom. And that may change depending on how many we have in each. Usually the smaller suit goes on top, depending, of course, on how many honors there are as well. So here it's getting a bit crowded, as you can see. Oops. Okay, looks like it's going to fit. It's a little crowded, but... Okay, now, let's see here. What do we got? So, I want to try to use these reds for sure. I'm thinking maybe Pung Chow with the BAMs. There are 9 tiles there. And these are consecutive and those are consecutive. That might work for Pung Chow. Pung Chow is a sequence hand, page 18, number 15. We could also maybe do piano keys in there. I'm not sure. But I want to look at the jewel hands because look at all these cracks and the red. So the jewel hands, we have 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 3, 4, 6. So those wouldn't work. That's a lot of discards. Look at that. That's 11 discards. There's got to be something better. I'm not going to do a jewel hand. I like to try to get 8 discards if I can. Let's see. So what about something with a pung and a pair of dragons? Pung and a pair of dragons. This is where I need to study the book. But I don't ever get to play this because there aren't very many people who play this style in my sphere of influence. Let's see here. So this pair of 6s. All right, so we're not going to do hands of honors, that's for sure. I'm thinking... what about a date hand? 42911. 42911 in 2 suits with red and white dragons. Four 2911, so we wouldn't need that. So that leaves us with 10 discards. Wait, let me see. Oh, no. We're good because we need it in 2 suits. Okay, that's a double limit, but it is concealed. And that gives us 8 discards. So for expediency, we're going to go ahead and play Royal Wedding right here. 42911 in 2 suits with red and white dragons paired. Oh, I would have to throw one away. Oh, shoot. Let's see here. What about Confused Chows? Page 24, number 59. Oh, that's a pung and a pair of opposite honors. Opposite honors. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here's 3, 4, 5. Here's, oh, there's another 3, 4, 5. Oh. There's a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9 in 3rd suit, which is right here. So we wouldn't need that. Let's just see how this looks. So now we're back to 8 discards. That seems like a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a pair. Wow, check it out. We're ready to win on a South for Confused Chows. Let me read it again. Number 59, page 24. 3 suits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Each suit represented with a pung and a pair of opposite honors. So here's dragons in a pung and South in a pair. Ready to win. And for the plan B, it looks like chows, or, you know, pung chow, one suit, maybe. I'm not sure if we could end up using that or not. If we get a west, we could maybe do Wally. So let's just, oops, wow, I just threw that right to the floor. Okay, oops, okay, so sorry about that. So we're gonna go ahead and keep those for maybe Wally, and we'll get rid of these. So we'll throw a 3 crack. All right, we're on our way now. Thank you for your patience. So that's really the hardest part of the game, is getting your footing. And it takes a few minutes for the players to figure out which categories are going to best work with their drawn tiles. So give yourselves a few minutes to figure it out. That process usually is cut in half. I just had to do it for 2 players. So keep that in mind. It won't take that long if you're playing with somebody else, especially if you know the book. I don't know the book, so that's going to add a little bit of time to this process. All right, so 3 crack, and as a reminder, this player's doing Susie Q with 2 crack, 8 band, and some dots. We don't know yet. And they have a south with greens, so we'll see how this goes. They picked a 7 bam. They're going to throw a 3 crack. Might as well, because it's already out. Now this player goes 3 cracks already out. So here we go. They got a flower, and this is a 2 summer. So I'm going to go ahead and draw. We got a 1 crack. That's a keeper because they're playing termination, I believe. We'll throw a 6 bam. And if this player is going for pung chow or piano keys, I believe both of those hands are concealed. Yes, they are. They're both concealed. So we got an 8 dot. Don't need any of that. 9 crack. 9 crack. We're going to Kong it just so you can see how it works. So I'm going to put my pung up here, and then I'm going to add the 9 crack, and I'm trying to remember, I believe we do it like that. You stack it. I believe that's how it works. Or these were concealed, so I believe maybe they go upside down, and then the 9 shows, because that's a discard. And then I get a replacement tile, and I picked a dot, which is fine, a simple, and we're going to throw a 2 bam. Got a keeper, 6 bam. We're going to throw a 9 dot. That's another pung. We'll discard a 5 bam. Okay, hey, Wally. So we're not going to worry yet about what to do because we have a discard. We'll move the game along and discard an 8 dot. All right, they got a keeper. They got a green dragon. So we're going to throw a 7 bam. Keeper, there's a 4 bam. So now this player's waiting on a south. We're going to throw a 6 crack. Seven bam. Okay, this is not a keeper. 8 crack. We've got an 8 dot. So that's not helpful because we have a pair of 8s over here. For Susie Q, the numbers have to be unique. So we're throwing an 8 dot. Picked a 9 bam. We'll keep that. So this is filling out. I'm thinking we'll give up on Wally. Let's go ahead and throw a 5 dot. Okay, they picked one of their pungs, 2 crack. So now we'll start giving up on let's see here. We have 2 pungs, plus I have a pair in here. I need to read this for termination again, because I forget what it is. Is it 4 pungs of terminals and a pair of Windsor Dragons? So I don't want to, I need to leave that. I need to leave the pair of greens there. So I'm going to throw away a west. Keeper. We'll throw away a west. Ooh, they got their tile. A south, believe it or not. So that player's not going to win that, but we're pretending here. Okay, east. I'm going to play like I don't know that. So we'll draw. We got a 4 crack. So let's go ahead and give up this white. Drew a 1 bam. We're going to throw away a north. They drew a 6 crack. But we're playing here, I mean, we're set. If I didn't know that souths were over there, I would hang on and play it. So I'm going to do it. 4 crack. We got a 6 crack. White already been thrown. Drew a 2 dot. We already have a 2 crack, and they have to be unique, so 2 dots going down. Here's a 6 dot. We don't need that. Okay, they picked a north, which is not going to help. So we're going to throw the north. 5 dot. We'll just get rid of this 6 crack. Flower, and I'm gonna put it over here with the 2 and the 3. Now I'm ready on a bouquet. I have a 1, 2, 3. I'll get my replacement. East. Keeper, we got a 4. So let me just look at this. 1, 2, 3. Here's a pair, a pung, and then we have a single and oddities. So let's see if we made that our pair. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. So yeah, we're not ready to do anything here. Although, yeah, I wouldn't give up on this because we're ready to win. I wouldn't break that up. Even though I know the south is over there. I'm just going to play like I don't know. So 5 dot, that's what we're going to throw. They drew a 7 bam, which is not a help. And this is Pung Chow or piano keys. So that's a concealed hand. They got a 4. What about Kong Pung? Let's go ahead and throw the 4 dot and look at Kong Pung. Kong Pung is right under Pung Chow. It's number 16. Sequence of 1 to 9 and 1 suit with a Kong and a Pung in 2 through 8. Here's our Kong right there. And there's our Pung. So we need a 7 and an 8. Get rid of the 6. We got a winning hand here. Okay, 1 and 9 and 1 suit with a Kong and a Pung in the sequence of 2 through 8. 4, 4, 4. We're going to declare Mahjong here. So that is Kong Pung. That's a double limit hand. So this is a double limit hand. So we're going to give up on that. And I would do that in real life. So I'm going to put up my first Mahjong. So we have, let me see, sequence of 1 to 9 in 1 suit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got that with a Kong right here and a Pung in 2 through 8 with our 3s here. So that is valid. Kong Pung, all in bams. So there's the first Mahjong. And now we discard. So I'm going to discard in a minute. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the second hand now because I pretty much destroyed it with that Kong Pung hand. We'll recover. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna, let's see, 4, 4. Yeah, I threw away the 4 dot. Okay, let's just keep going. So now it's this player's turn. East. And we're gonna curtsy. Okay, now they got a 4 crack. So at this point, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we'll give up. Let's see here. What about, I'm thinking jewel to leverage these cracks here. Let's see if we can do a jewel hand. Or, yeah, so ruby is 2, 3, 4, 6. Here's 4, 6. Garnet is 4, 5. Okay, either one. We don't need the 6. So that's 6 tiles. I think I'll just hold on to it. Let's get rid of the south. Okay, so now this player over here, I don't want to let on. Yeah. I don't want to let on that I'm playing. I wouldn't let on that I'm playing number hand. So I'm going to keep it concealed. I've got it made, and I feel like I'm going to win that, so I'm just going to keep it concealed. 7 crack. We drew a 3 dot. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. I'm just wondering if there's a mixed suit sequence hand, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. I wonder if there's a hand in here that uses 2 suits. Nope. Let's see about the mixed. 1, 2, 3. We need opposite honors. That's not going to work. A pair of 4s. We don't have, the bands are used there, so that's not good. What about 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 2 suits with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 in a 3rd suit? I mean, that is abysmal right there. But there's not a whole lot of what we can do here. We could do big 2, 4, 6, 8 or little 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's go ahead and keep that, and we'll try for a 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll go ahead and get rid of the 9 band. Move it along. Jeez, Michelle. Okay, I drew a Kong tile. So I'm going to put that on top, take my replacement, and I got my dot pair. So now Susie Q is coming in. So I'm going to throw away a 6 dot. Drew a 7 dot. We don't need that. 7 dot, and that was the dot tile. So we're going to pum. Put that down there with the 7 dot way over there. And now we'll discard 5 dot. Got a 4 crack. All right. What about double numbers? I just won't give up. I can't give up. 2 pungs of the same number and 2 suits with a pair of Windsor Dragons. Here's 4, 5. And here's a 4. Okay. So that's better than nothing. Or we could do 3, 4 if we happen to get the 4 crack or the 3 crack. Let's go ahead and try it. And throw a 1 dot. That's a pung over here. Pung. So I'm going to grab that. And now we'll discard a 9 band. Ooh, keeper, 3 dot. We'll throw away a 2 dot. Kong, 5 bam, East, 5 crack. Oh, 8 bam. Is that a win? It is Mah Jongg. So we've got a pung of south, a pair of greens, pung of 7 dot, pung of 2 crack, and a pung of 8 bams. So there's 2 mahjongs, 1 per player, and they're going to throw away a 4 dot. So there's 1 more mahjong available. Drew a 6 dot, 2 dot, eight dot. They got a keeper. They're ready to win. 1 crack. So they need a 1 bam. Are there 2 1 bams out? I forgot to look at that. How many 1 bams are out? None. Huh, I thought I saw 1 bams out there. Oh, there's one right there. Okay, here's a 1 crack. We didn't need a 1 crack, no. Mah Jongg. So this player over here was the first to get, we're gonna discard the flowers because we don't need them now. So this player got that second Mah Jongg. We've got termination, 4 pungs of terminals with a pair of greens. So that player has only 1 Mah Jongg. This player has 2. So that's how you play Siamese Mah Jongg with Wright-Patterson rules. The first player to 2 ceases the game. They will get single the value for the first hand. So this is a double limit hand. They'll get double the value for the second hand. So they're going to get a double limit and a double limit. This player has a single limit hand. So we're going to subtract the single from one of the doubles, so they'll get 2 doubles. So then this player would pay them whether you use chips or cash, whatever you set up for your game. That's how it works. So the only thing that we haven't talked about is scoring. And the options that I think are going to work, and I'm going to read this because I'm still getting used to this myself. So payout option 1, again, as a review, to use the scoring in the book. So because this player won 2 hands, they don't get to score their other hand because it's over. This player has the 2 max hand, and they had 1 Mah Jongg. So we're going to subtract 1 limit hand from their total. They've got a double limit hand, and then this is double. So we're taking one of their doubles away. Let me see here. Is that how that would work? It would be a single and a double, actually, because a single limit is 2 singles is a double. So this would be a double limit hand for payment. This would be double. So this would be double and a single. So they would owe for 2 doubles and a single. All right, so they don't count score, and they would just have to pay for that 2 doubles and a single. And let's say they would use chips. So they would use the chip count on page 29. And there is no paying double if you're East and receiving double. None of that in this style. So a double limit hand is let's just say white. So they would get, let's see, a yellow is a double limit hand, I'm sorry. So they would get 2 yellows and a white. That's what they would get in payment if you're playing with chips. Now, the other option is to play with coin, quarters, nickels, and dimes. So a single limit value is worth 25 cents, a double limit value is worth 50, and a triple limit is 75. So they have 2 doubles and a single. So this player would owe them $1.25 for that hand right there. So those are the 2 options. And then the value of the hand is written at the bottom of the rules as far as, you know, your second mahjong is doubled and all that kind of stuff. So take a look at that, and I would love to hear from you on what you think about this style. I think it is viable, and I think it's a great way to allow for a 2-player game. Give it a try, come back, leave a comment and tell me what you thought and how it went. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll figure it all out together, and we'll tweak these rules to make it fit and make it fun. All right, listen, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please click that subscribe button. After you subscribe, you should see a bell. Click that button as well so that you get notification of when I post new videos. And I'm going to be doing some random polls for Siamese style mahjong with Wright-Patterson rules. Maybe we'll see you at that next random poll.